All right, good Saturday morning. It is August 10th. It's the first day I can bait the bears up here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I always get out just as quick as I can right away on the 10th, get things started, get things rolling. I usually start out by baiting usually about 3 times a week to start, and then I kind of ramp it up as the season draws closer. I don't use a ton of bait. Most of my baits are on commercial forest. Fill up my buckets, head to the baits. I got everything packed in with logs. My bait sites, I just use, natural structure logs. Usually have a kind of a dished out spot. Pack my logs in there tight, so the only thing that can open up my sites are bears, not raccoons and skunks and porcupines and martins and all the other stuff I don't care to feed. But my bait again this year, and I used this for the first time last year, is a special bear mix. It's got a mixture of a lot of sweets, but it's also got a lot of protein and nutrition in it. And last year I had more big bears hanging around, that were committed to coming back in all the time to the baits. Even into the late season, I had some bigger bears hanging around, and I think that the bait might have had a role in that. Got a lot more nutrition, a lot of almonds, different nuts, granola, but it's also got the sweets and everything else. So also got a mixture of cereal and popcorn. Got another barrel of the bear mix here. This is a little bit different. It's got a lot more granola in it and a lot more almonds. And that's what we had last year, and it worked really well. Also have some icing and some pie filling back there. Some jugs of molasses. A lot of times pretty much every time I'll fill up a sport drink bottle full of molasses. Usually water it down just a little bit. Shake it up, and when I get to my site, I get it all packed in there. My bait all set. I'll dump about half of that bottle over the logs, and then I'll use the rest and I'll just throw it up in the trees, and that molasses sticks in the trees. The scent lingers there for a long time, and it's always seemed to do the trick. It's cheap, it's effective, so I've stuck with it for as long as I've been baiting the bears. But I've also got some fryer oil there, and I have some more, but this is just going to be a start for today. And I'll add some other stuff along the way, and every once in a while I switch it up just a little bit. Every couple times out I'll kind of alternate. The bear mix is always there, but I'll kind of alternate between some different sweets. So I don't even have a bear tag this year. I got my bear last year. So here I've been able to, fortunate enough to draw the second hunt every other year. So this is my off year, but I'm baiting anyway. I've got my buddy Chad and his son are going to come up, and they both have the first hunt. So I'd say most people probably don't start baiting this early, but I can't wait to get the cameras out and see what's around. I'm pretty excited. We got some sightings of a couple bigger bears around the area that I'm hunting. So I'm gonna load up the truck and get headed to my area and get some baits out.
I'm ready.
Here get all nerved up when he comes in here. A little bit nervous. I know your dad will. He's gonna be shaking like a leaf. Yep. I think you're gonna pull it off though. Just got set up out here with Brett. It's just a little after noon. As soon as we got settled in, the rain started coming down. It's raining pretty steady. I'm sure your dad is probably just getting settled into the stand about now. He's probably soaking wet. Does he have his raincoat with him?
Yeah, he does.
Well, that's good. This guy here, he's just as cool as can be. He ain't scared one bit.
Okay, we're set up back at the other side of the beaver pond. I'll try to narrate this the best I can, but I'm no Corey Merriman, so bear with me. It's September 11th, opening day, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and we've had a bear here about 3:30, two days in a row. So we'll see if I have my dad's luck and sit for a couple hours and tag out. He's done that twice now, so Bretton's the other side of the beaver pond with Corey. Hopefully he has good luck as well. I'll be listening for a shot. He's using his gun. I'm using my bow. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck.
He's hit. Oh man. What do you think? How was that for your first bear experience? Get out here at noon and wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
You see how he come in and then he left for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
They do that a lot. But you can see, even though he's gonna come in and be there for probably a half an hour, they don't stop moving.
Mm-hmm.
They just move and move and move, looking for a place to open the bait. And once he pulled that top log off and he found that spot, he was going to stick to that spot.
Yeah.
So, you know, light's fading fast. It's kind of now or never, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you did good taking that shot. I'd imagine your dad's just itching to get down now.
Yeah.
If he's not down already, I'd be just surprised if he didn't see something. As much action as he's had on there the last couple of days. But here the majority of the action has been shortly after 3 and shortly after 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right, me and Brett are getting the stuff out of the tent here. We're just gonna walk out to the trail, and Chad walked up. Come on, guys, bring it in.
Round up.
Bring it in.
Round up.
You just come walking up behind the tent. You ask where the shot come from. What happened?
What happened? I was coming in on the other side of the beaver pond, walking up, and I gave, because it wasn't dark enough, so I'm like, I'm just going to hang out for a little while. Boom! Hear a shot, and I'm like, it's got to be Brett. I think there's a lot of people out in the area to be hunting. Yeah. Anyways, what happened? You shot then?
Yeah. Well, just
8 hours in.
yeah. We're about to start packing up, and just came in on the right side, walked around for a couple minutes, and it ran off.
Just kind of circled around, then took off. I said, hang on, it'll come right back.
Yeah, it came right back.
Started getting excited. Oh.
That was more after, even telling the story.
Yeah.
But he come around. I dumped some used fryer grease on the log that lays across the front, about 10 feet in front of the bait. He come and he checked that out, circled around, but he went right to the back of the bait. First thing he does, he peeled that one big log off the top that crosses the way all the rest of them are crossed. Peeled that off, went to the back, parted the logs, laid on his belly, got up. I said, once he lays down, he's committed there. It's getting dark. I said, if he offers a front shoulder shot or something, if you're comfortable with it, that's your shot. He went down, he come up, but he went right back down. He come up and he just stayed there. He looked around. I'm like, please shoot. And you could see him just, and he did not take off hard. He was really struggling, running across the front of the bait that way.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him go very far at all. But there's tall ferns right there. You can't see real well right there. But
Sure.
he was low to the ground, really struggling.
Struggling to stay up.
So
Awesome. Nice job. You get more pumped after the fact, don't you?
Yeah.
I did. I was shaking like a leaf.
That's the way.
Oh, goodness sake.
Well, you were walking out. What'd you see?
Oh, gosh. It was a long set. But yeah,
There's a story.
it was about 6:15. And finally, I just got done eating my sandwich. And one finally popped up. I seen it cut across. And at first, I actually hesitated. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to take him because he's small.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, maybe I'll let him pass. And then I started
I think
second
I've seen
guessing.
him quite a bit.
Yeah, second guessing myself. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a bow shot. This is my shot. I got to do
You've
it.
been waiting for this tag for years.
So at that point, I said, I committed. I said, I'm going to draw. So he got to where he was quartered away from me, and I'm like, I got to draw back. And I started drawing back, and it felt like
sounded like I was tearing tinfoil off. I had my raincoat on,
Oh, yeah.
and it was just, and to me it just amplified 1,000
Was
times.
the rain over at that time yet, or
It was
still?
just finishing up.
Just-
Yeah. So I'm sitting there trying to draw slow because he's somewhat looking at me, and then all of a sudden he just bolted, and I'm like, dang it. So I'm like, where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Finally, he come back in straight onto me, started circling, completely made a complete circle.
Really?
Went by the bucket that I had sitting there up in the trail that I walked in on. Stopped there for a little while. And I didn't even want to mess with the cameras to film because I'm like, I'm a hot mess right now. I'm not gonna try to spin that thing around.
No.
So I watched him come around, and he'd stop about every 30 yards and stop and sniff. Then he'd come back down to the bait,
Wow.
come across it, spun, and he just would not give me a good shot.
Well, we're in no big hurry to go here. We think he might be laying right in front there.
Sure.
He might be laying right in front. We didn't hear no thrashing around or nothing, but
No.
a bunch of wet ferns and.
Sure.
Yeah, we went back to the house and got it up on the computer. Looked pretty good. It lost focus a little bit in the camera right before the shot, but it's definitely hit hard. And at that angle, if you put it where you think he did, he's done for. There. All right, here we are. There's the bait right there. We're gonna let Breton take the lead, and hopefully we can find this bear. Yeah, see if he sprayed on the logs.
See anything there?
He come. Well, there's those ferns out there in front of us. Is that where he ran through? Well, that didn't go far, did he?
All right, Freddie! All right, Brett! Yeah, you didn't go very far at all. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Nice job, Brett. Yeah. Some piled up 20 feet, 30 feet.
Today is the 11th.
In this program, I was able to pass my points on to my grandson.
Ah.
Let him go because his dad got a permit, and I said, it's neat for him to go. So
That's
I
cool.
passed mine to him.
That's
I had
awesome.
5.
I'll try and do this so you can get a shot of it. So what I'm doing is I'm just pulling a premolar from this bear, and what we do is section the tooth and count the rings of cementum just like you would that of a tree stump. Count the rings. Each ring is a year, and we can determine how old this bear is.
Okay.
And along with the location of harvest, the sex of the bear, and the age, we can actually use all that information to calculate some parameters of the bear population in the state for better management. I pulled a chunk of hair and the rib sample. Both of those are going to be used for diet analysis study.
You had what, approximately 30% or so, or?
83, that's about 25 pounds.
Oh, my hands are all, you got your gloves on.
Doesn't matter to me. Congratulations, man.
Great.